Here's the punter, Thomas Morstead, to get this one started. And off we go from MetLife Stadium. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The former number 6 overall pick of 2019, Daniel Jones, trots out to lead this New York Giants offense.
I still remember when he was drafted, there was a little bit of controversy about how high he was selected by the New York Giants, but his talents were revealed. He can make every throw in the book. Surprisingly good athlete. As long as he takes care of the football, doesn't turn it over, he can really make plays.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Call it no gain on the game's first play, and it's second down now. Now Jones. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
I certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. Throwing Jones. He'll find Paris Campbell. That's complete. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So opening drive, 3rd down, they go with a slant. It works.
And I'm wondering when the league's going to figure it out because everyone throws it on 3rd down. You expect pressure, so you want the ball in the hands of the quarterback quickly. It's a 3-step route ordinarily, and you're throwing it where you see the receiver breaking towards you. So it's an inside route.
First down, Jones. Pass incomplete.
Whenever I see a drop like that, I have to kind of take a step back and check myself a little bit. So used to seeing those big guys make big-time spectacular plays that when they drop one, I have to remind myself, we ask a lot out of these guys. Block and catch the football, not easily done in today's NFL.
Jones throw on target to Shepard. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They'll look to throw again. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. Down the left sideline. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six and a Jet touchdown. Well, they were advancing the ball. They had a couple first downs under their belt, but a big mistake there on the opening drive leads to 6 points the other direction.
And what a good read that was on his part, Brandon, because it prevents a possible scoring drive with how they were moving things along. And it gives the defense the early advantage. It was going to be a definitely entertaining battle between these units.
And no, it falls incomplete. So the 2-point conversion, no good.
I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for 2, and they did.
Oh, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover, you take it away, they stuck it in the end zone, keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that 2-point attempt.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Jones, another shot here after the pick six. A short one here, secured by the tight end Waller. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. So roughing the passer call is accepted, and this officiating crew not making very many friends here with this crowd.
Yeah, we all know that everyone accuses the officials of kind of playing to the home team, but not in this case. They're just trying to administer the game the way it's supposed to.
Now Jones is hit. He lost the football, and it's scooped up by the Jets, and they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. And a defensive-minded coach loves to turn up the heat, turns it up there, it pays off.
And back in the good old days, those defensive-minded coaches just talked about intimidating teams, using force, right, beating them to the punch. In this case, they're talking about creating turnovers. That's all they preach, all game long, all practice long.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Allen Lazard. 45 yards. And the Jets are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
Wilson going to throw for it. That is caught. He's got it. And the lead will move to 14-0. So their second touchdown of this first half, they went for two after score number one. Didn't get it. Now they get the equalizer, so to speak.
So to speak, and you can understand the thinking. Because they didn't get it after the first score, they wanted to get back to a normal points pattern, get up to 14. But just think, if they missed it here, only up 12-0, one extra point on the other side could ultimately beat you if they score twice.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The New York set to take the field. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 right at the 30. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Shepard. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Now a 2nd and 2. Back to throw. Now Robinson coughs up the football. It's loose. And it's scooped up by the Jets. But it looks like one of the DBs has it. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last 2, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling? And this is caught. Touchdown. Garrett Wilson, 50 yards. And the Jets have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Boy, still in the first quarter, and look out. I mean, they are on pace for over 80 points in this game. I don't know that they'll get there, CD, but this has been impressive to watch so far.
That certainly would be history in the making, wouldn't it, partner? I'm glad we're here to actually watch and see if it actually happens, although, like you, I have my doubts, but they are firmly in control of this game. As we prepared for these games, we've noticed offensive coordinators have had an expanded playbook on 2-point conversion tries because they never know when they may have to use it during a game.
But that also means the defense probably has more for these situations too, right?
No doubt about it. I think for the most part, defenses will be aggressive on 2-point tries. They want to get after the offense and make them force the issue.
And here the defense wins. Good starting field position for the New York Giants here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times. And what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. To throw on third down, Jones. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, obviously searching for their first touchdown this game, partner. And that quick 3 and out, that's not going to achieve that at all. Give victory to the secondary there. They brought out tight coverage on that third down snap.
And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away. Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. Xavier Gipson now from his end zone. And he'll only get this back to the 10-yard line. Not too sure what he was doing there. It's a 57-yard punt, 14 on the return. And the Jets offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. 2nd and 10. Now Wilson. He's going to try and go deep again. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Now it's Wilson. And this almost intercepted. Not sure he saw the free safety that time. But lucky, incomplete. That'll bring up 4th down. Here's Thomas Morstead now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. "35 yards that time on the punt, and the Giants will begin this drive in good shape, 1st and 10. A first down carry for Barkley. The linebacker, C.J. Mosley, in on the stop. Now 2nd and 5. Looking to throw. Jones. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down. Operating from the gun. Jones. Short throw going to be caught by Waller. And he will have a Giants first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8. From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. Giant football, and we're ready to begin the second quarter as they've got it with a 1st and 10. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game. You may all of a sudden make your catch, see some open field, and decide you're going for it, and not realizing the danger lurks while you're doing so. And there's your end result right there.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on 1st down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Garrett Wilson, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd down. And this play still live. He faked the spike, going to throw it. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. Oh, and now some trickery. They fake the spike. And that'll be caught. And, boy, he is very close to a 1st down. But from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. The other New York offense getting ready for their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. The energy energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a third down situation. Back to throw. Jones. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Giants first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. Give him 18 there, and the Giants have a first down. Looking to throw. Jones. Left side, he's got Robinson. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Second down and 1.
56, check 56.
On the option left, it's Jones. And he will make his way back to where he started from, and that's all. As we will make our way to the 2-minute warning. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a third down. Back to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this ball recovered by the offense. But remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead, and it'll come back to the spot of the fumble. Second time in this game, Charles, the ball has squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands. Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this. Do you have the hands big enough and strong enough to hold on to the football while being jostled?
And on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Here's the Jet offense now. They head out to take over. And not an abundance of time remains on the clock, Charles, but you would think more than enough to try to extend this lead before intermission. He's got it at the 15. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Garrett Wilson with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Jets continue to pull away here in this first half. What a first half he is compiling here. He's already over 100 yards receiving and now 2 touchdowns, CD.
Brandon, you know I don't like to play the game where you start projecting when you're at a certain point. Well, let's face it, he's off to a tremendous start. So 200 yards, 4 touchdowns. I don't think anything's out of the question right now. He's blowing up coverages. You've got to double him every snap. Otherwise, he's going to defeat you on almost every play.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. Another drive coming up for New York's offense. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive. And they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
On 2nd and 10, Jones. Open target here, Darius Slayton. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. Jones on 1st and 10. Jones hit and the ball's out. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other. Look at the big man rumble. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. He already had the 1 fumble loss, so now 2 fumbles lost here in this first half.
Not setting the pace the way that you want it done. I mean, here in the first half, already twice the ball's come out and hit the top.
He's got a man, complete. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. Garrett Wilson on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Jets will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs, and I think they're going to at least take a look at this. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. And he's got it. They add on more. A little salt in the wound. 2-point conversion makes this lead even bigger. And, of course, on the 2-point try, had the option to run or pass. They pass it there, and it works.
Felt pretty straightforward, didn't it? An open receiver, ball's put on him, 2 points for them.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And they've got it up past the 35, so pretty good starting field position. The other New York offense getting ready for their next drive. And with great starting field position and a couple of timeouts at their disposal, they'll certainly... And the ball is out. Jones got hit and lost it. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And he'll get this back down to about the 12-yard line.
Brandon, that's the 3rd time he's fumbled so far in this game. And, you know, you can make excuses for each and every one of them. But the bottom line is he's got to take care of it better. And now that he's shown a propensity for fumbling it, just think about...
And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Allen Lazard with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Jets continue to pour it on. They go up by 40 now.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
That's caught. And this is going to be caught. So not sure about the need to go for 2, but they get it and extend this lead out even further. So they go with a pass, and it works there on the 2-point try. Charles, just in general, what are your thoughts, passing versus running on 2-point conversion? Situational?
It is situational, and you have to know your team. What is your strength? Because so many people think you have to throw the ball in a 2-point conversion, but the stats will tell you that running it is about as proficient. So know your team and go to your strength.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40. And the Giants with one final possession here in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out quickly fading here in the second quarter. Not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
And quickly fading here in the second quarter. Not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this. And quickly fading here in the second quarter. Not sure how aggressively.
Here's Jones. Throwing on first down. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Sauce Gardner picks it off.
All right, let's go ahead and just add it up here. Their last 3 drives, 2 fumbles and an interception. Somewhere, to paraphrase one of the great coaches of the NFL, they're asking on that sideline, what the heck is going on out there?
And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. It's a gain of 35. So we've hit halftime here at getting through the break at record pace and right back to football. 3rd quarter, here we go. And the Jets set to receive this 3rd quarter kickoff, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in the second half. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. Well, once again, here comes Garrett Wilson in the Jets offense. This defense, they wouldn't mind not seeing him again for a while. 3 trips to the end zone. How about that?
I think right now they would happily go to their general manager and say, is there any way you could get a trade for him, bring him over to our team so we don't have to cover him anymore? Because he is really having a heck of a ball game, isn't it?
Boy, he is. I don't know that mid-game trade's going to happen, but good thought.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete. They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. The other New York offense getting ready for their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now. Now Jones is hit. He lost the football.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Jones, his throw incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it over.
Jones hit and the ball's out. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. Offensively lucky they're able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
Dances by him. Still fighting for more. Look at this. Middle of the field. A breakaway. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Just a fantastic punt return of 80 yards. And the Jets have got it on cruise control.
Hey, rookie, that's the way to make an impression. Return one for a touchdown.
Yeah, welcome to the party. We saw him fielding those punts before the game, and he just had a little bit of a look in his eye, didn't he?
He did. He was a confident young man, and now we know why.
They'll look to throw. And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2. They don't get it.
I know we could sit up here and dance around it a little bit, but going for 2 in this situation, somebody doesn't like someone else. There's no doubt in my mind.
Well, what they couldn't see is you lean back in your chair and you went, yeah, that's not a good decision. They didn't get it, though.
Yeah, I don't think you just say, well, my kicker's hurt in this spot. No, okay.
And the Giants ready to come out now. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Jones now to throw on 2nd down. Robinson hauling it in outright. That'll give them 8 that time. And 3rd and 1 now.
When the hitch route is run really well, that jab step off the line of scrimmage by the receiver, which is designed to back up the defender and give him a little bit of space, all you want there, get that space, catch the football, and then make a move and pick up extra yardage. And that's exactly what he got done there.
And Barkley did not get there. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th.
I thought apologize in advance, partner, but the beefeaters on the interior of this D-line, you just know they were licking their chops on 3rd and short. And yes, they were rewarded with a tasty dish, stuffing that one short of a first down.
Well, we got beefeaters licking their chops and tasty dish in one fell swoop.
I did apologize in advance, didn't I?
Yeah, you did. That line's not eating tofu. I'll tell you that much for free. Wilson leading the Jets up now for a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. The first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
It got his man complete. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 78 yards. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. First throw now for the backup, Rodgers. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. Breece Hall, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Jets just continue to roll. The touchdown all set up by the big play one snap before, but they finish it off here with a shorter completion, this time for the score.
I like how they stuck with what got them there, right? The big pass play. Got the momentum going, right? That's you create it with a play like that. And you come right back with another pass play to finalize things off. I think this is just going to be a function of the times we live in now. Very similar to the bat flip in baseball. Everyone's got to start to get comfortable with this. But to me, this is just rubbing it in. You got a big lead. Go ahead and take the extra point. One thing to keep in mind, though, karma's still out there. And sometimes it has a way of catching up with you.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. In possession switching back to the New York Giants. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Now Jones throwing to start the drive. Forced out to his left. The ball comes out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
The fumble on first down. Now here's second down. Barkley inside handoff. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. This time, good ball security and a good result. 1st and 10.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10.
50 seconds to mine. 50.
They keep it with Barkley on first down. And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory. 44 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I keep going back to him.
Meanwhile, Jones' throw pulled in by Robinson here. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 33. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Jones puts it on the carpet. It's out, and it's scooped up by the Jets. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
As they say, this game hasn't exactly been one for the books. I mean, we're into the 4th quarter here, and now this happens, another turnover. Not one that they're going to hold up and say.
A fight for it, and this is caught. It's caught indeed. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Garrett Wilson, 65 yards. And the Jets continue to pour it on here in the 4th. When coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. Rodgers and the Jet offense staying out there. They'll go for 2. Rodgers will throw for it, and they don't get it. They tried for the 2-point conversion there, but unsuccessful. Interesting call there. They went for 2 even after the penalty from the 7-yard line. It didn't pay off.
I think the first thought is to go ahead and kick the extra point, but you're not kicking it from the 7-yard line.
Yeah,
right?
you get pushed 5 back on the PAT as well.
Right, so they have to take it from the 15 to administer the penalty. So now you're kicking it around 40 yards. So I understand why they probably went for 2 there. They thought they had a better play and a better chance in that situation.
On 1st and 10, Jones. Complete to the running back, Matt Breida. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down. Looking to throw. Jones. To get this all the way down inside the 35. It's another first down and what will be a gain of 21 yards. Back to throw. Jones. Looking again for Waller, and he's got him again. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there.
I don't care what sport you're playing. Everyone likes to build up a little momentum, don't they? And look at this, back-to-back completions to the big target at tight end.
That one not as profitable as the other, but still a decent gain. Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and 6.
56.
Off the play fake. Jones. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked up by DJ Reed. There he goes, right side. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Jet touchdown. Well, this one was already ugly, and now it's just kind of becoming a feast on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, partner, this is a unit that knows they've got this game in the bag with this huge lead. And it's going to drive their coaches crazy because they're telling them, play it straight, do all the right things. But these guys are going to be freewheeling now. All of them are going to take chances. And that one pays off with an INT and a return for 6. But I guess when you're hot, you're hot. I mean, I would just go ahead and take the extra point and move on. But apparently they've got something to prove. Almost feels like something was said this week, and they wanted to make sure that they laid it on them in this game.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Giants going to take over again on offense. It's been a tough go for them. Still without any points here in the 4th quarter. And a big deficit, Charles. But they moved the football on some drives. They just haven't had any points.
Yeah, and I know in their minds they're thinking the game plan has actually been working. We just haven't scored points. Well, isn't that the bottom line, partner? To put points on the board? So if you're moving it and you're not scoring, is it really working? Right now, they've got nothing left to lose. They might as well go for broke.
Now Jones, a tough throw there across his body. It's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Jones on 3rd down. They still can't get it. And that'll be incomplete with a penalty flag here on the field. And I'm not sure he was still behind the line when he let that thing go. Yeah, we kind of sensed that one. He got a little too far forward before throwing, and that one will set them back.
And remember, the NFL level, being aware of where the line of scrimmage is crucial. And here's the other part. Any part of the quarterback's body that's near that line of scrimmage, he's going to get the benefit of the doubt. So he was clearly over the line.
Well, that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. This offense and Garrett Wilson headed back out. What a game for him, Charles. 4 touchdowns. Heck, for a lot of guys, that's a good season number.
You're exactly right. And let's face it, we have to stand up in a play.
Oh, a leap. He will make the catch. 39 yards there, a big one.
And even with the game seemingly in hand, they're continuing to fire away, pressing the ball down the field. Listen, it's worked all day. No reason to go away from it now.
Now a battle for the football. It's caught. It's a touchdown. Garrett Wilson with an acrobatic catch. And the Jets extend their lead yet again. As that lead just swells and swells. Look, this has been dominance in all 3 phases, offense, defense, and special teams.
So don't we have to give a lot of credit, not just to what we've seen today, but the preparation in advance, coaching staff, commitment by the players to the game plan, and being ready to go in this one? You're exactly right. Clean sweep. And, boy, they're going to celebrate this one after it's over.
And on the other side, this is the game film you just flush and never go back and review. Rodgers and the Jet offense staying out there. They'll go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th.
Personally, I'd rather see them kick the extra point there than to go for 2, but it almost feels like there's a story within the story here. I mean, this isn't college. You know, size of victory, that matters in those games. Here, all you have to do is win by 1 point. That's all that you need. Instead, they go for it, get 2. You got some pretty ticked off folks on the other sideline now.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Possession of the football going back over. It's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points. You feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
A pass there over the middle to start things out. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. Operating from the gun, Jones. And he knocks the ball away and it falls incomplete. Here's Jamie Gillen now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. Once again, here comes Garrett Wilson in the Jets offense. And he is just 1 reception away from 10 in this game. I don't know what they need to do. And that's caught inside the 35. Now he's into the clear again. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up the secondary. A clinic on how to attack a defense and take them out of the game.
So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself right back in the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
Here's Jones throwing to start the drive. And his throw here is incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him, and after this one's done, You just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
And that will be incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Almost outkicked his coverage here. 48-yard punt, but 10 on the return. And the Jets will take over. Rodgers throwing here. And oh, that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10. Now Rodgers. He finds Randall Cobb with a completion.
Another miss.
Still on his feet. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Rodgers now on 1st down. This one deep for Wilson. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete. But the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. Well, CD, that helps the home team as they try to erase this deficit. Give them the penalty for pass interference on the defense.
Yeah, and they certainly haven't been happy with what they've seen so far, have they? They're certainly hoping that that call now might get the fans back into this one.
To throw is Rodgers. He'll buy some time right. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. But not much defensive resistance on that drive. And really, Charles, the way this offense has been humming, they haven't faced much defensive resistance the entire game.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that one team, their defense did not wake up and make it to the stadium for this one. But maybe some major changes on that side of the ball when we see them the next time out.
So they go with a pass there on the 2-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their 2-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have 2-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
The other New York offense getting ready for their next drive. Well, I hate to say it, but at this point, I don't really know that they're playing to win with this deficit in the 4th quarter. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Sauce Gardner picks it off, and he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Jet touchdown. Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense, and certainly a signal caller, Charles, that's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back for the score.
Partner hoping they're holding a nice little spot in the post-game highlights to show this rip of interceptions and great plays this group has made. They've been on it from snap one.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The other New York offense getting ready for their next drive. At this point, partner, things looking pretty bleak. They still haven't scored here in the 4th quarter, facing the big deficit. Just what silver linings, what can they look to do here offensively?
You know, it's funny, I talked about this with a coach in the offseason and kind of had this scenario, like what feels good to you and what feels good to your team. You're down big. You really have like one.
And the ball is out. Jones got hit and lost it. And now this ball picked up by the offense. But here in the final 2 minutes of the game, this will be blown dead. Only the fumbler can advance the football. So this will go back to the spot of the fumble itself. So it's a victory here for the New York Jets. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, Off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory.